If you're like me, in a Thomas fan movie, you would want an interesting story with interesting casting characters, great camera angles, great lighting, and it being about someone other than Thomas. Well, it exists for me. This is The Little Westerner. The Little Westerner is about Oliver, who is a very different engine from the one we've known to grow and love. It takes place on a part of British Railways where he worked on before coming to Sodor, where his ego is as big as someone like Ted Creedy.
What do you put in speeches? You'd normally thank everybody, wouldn't you? No, not in this case, Dougal. You see, I got this award through my own initiative and hard graft, so there's nobody else to thank you except myself. Actually, that's a good idea. I'll thank myself.
After being demoted, we meet Ginty, who's basically who Oliver will become in the future. Ginty teaches him a few things. By the end, Oliver's won the battle, but not the war. First thing I'd like to talk about is the characters. All the characters feel so real and deal with stuff the audience can relate to. Oliver learning to control his ego, Andy dealing with a frustrating pupil, Amy trying to keep the peace, and Ginty trying to make his dreams come true. All the characters have such great voice actors. No one sounds like they're talking into a mic and staring at a wall. They all sound like they're all outside talking and fighting with each other. This is also reflected by their mic's quality. Well, except Amy's actress. Her mic quality could have been a bit better, but even she gives a really good performance. Ginty's actor probably gives the best performance. There's just something about his line delivery that feels so real. Oliver, the main character, goes through a great character arc, going from a pompous, arrogant engine to one that takes pride in his work and that respects his co-workers. Let's move on to how this was filmed. Unlike most fan films that use the normal trains, this movie used a train simulator. I don't know about anyone else, but whenever the engines are facing away from the camera, these shots feel so real and lifelike. The camera itself was used so good. There's so many impressive camera angles here. The movie shots especially. The Scotsman Returns really outdid himself here. And while I'm sure this is purely thanks to the game, the lighting here is amazing. The shines of light off the engines is nothing short of impressive. I'd like to also talk about the music as well. So, it's a Thomas fan film, so you'd expect to see some Thomas tracks, but no, he uses some different tracks, which really makes it stand out. Also, might I mention, the song at the end is nothing short of amazing. It's the perfect song for this movie, and Oliver's actor put his all into singing this. This is one of them times when the cover is miles better than the original. Onto the story. It's great seeing Oliver in his younger years. He's like a teenager here that's growing into a respectful adult. Ginty, as said earlier, is basically the Oliver we know, and he's kind of the mentor character. Despite being the mentor, which is probably one of my favourite moments, shows that he's alright with a laugh. It's the scene after he saves Oliver, and he doesn't just say, "You need to slow down, Oliver, take pride in it." He's more than okay with rubbing the trouble in Oliver's face. Ginty is a character I feel like people could look up to. He wants everyone to do the best they can. He makes friends wherever he goes, and he follows his dreams.
Now can we go, Toad? To Sodor, Mr. Ginty.
Meanwhile, there's kind of a beat plot going on in the background with Jeremy, who saw what is truly happening on BR, knowing that their days are numbered, all the while learning to be more friendly to Oliver. By the end, Oliver and Jeremy have become friends, and Ginty sneaks off to Sodor at night and makes it. Ha! I wish. So, in the post-credits scene, it reveals he was caught and most likely scrapped. I could say many things I love about this movie, but the one thing I loved most, and something I wish one of the official Thomas movies did, was show that the engines aren't slaves. If you're a Thomas fan who've been living under a rock, you know the general public thinks the engines are slaves, and if they step out of line, they'll be scrapped, and they have no freedom.
Sir Topham Hatt may be spouted as the hero of Thomas, But in reality,
He's the Grim Reaper of these trains,
getting final say on whether they're useful enough to stay.
or whether they die.
Well, this movie shows how wrong that is. A human and a train's true freedom aren't the same thing. True freedom for an engine is working on the railway with the knowledge they won't be scrapped. They don't run around doing whatever they want. They do what they love most. Working on the railway is what they love. And that was The Little Westerner. From the past few minutes, I'm sure you can tell I love this movie. And I do. And I'd recommend you watch it yourself. And remember, he's still here.
I want a moment to be real. Wanna touch things I don't feel. Wanna hold on and feel I belong. And how can the world want me to change? They're the ones that stay the same. I'm the one now, 'cause I'm still here. I'm the one, 'cause I'm still here.